Neighbors tell us that a vehicle stopped here at the intersection of Texas and Arkansas Street, where they saw two men jump out of the vehicle and begin to fire their weapons in this general direction. While many use this day to dine with loved ones, others are trying to beat the rush of Black Friday holiday shopping, catching blowout deals as much as 50%. Now that the park's ribbon cutting ceremony is finally over, residents can now come and enjoy the grand opening, which takes place on Saturday. And as far as phase 3, well, that's a plan for next year. Cold weather has affected Southwest Louisiana in the most shocking way this season. We spoke to trained professionals to show you how you can preserve your vehicle during the winter months. From beads to costumes to decor, Mardi Gras season is finally upon us, and there's no better way to prepare than going shopping.
Jatrissa Wooten introduces us to Colton Denning.
Skills like this and extreme passion that got Colton Denning selected for the U.S. All-American Marching Band.
Colton has just soared as a musician. I mean, he has always had that musical bone inside of him, but he has definitely nurtured it.
The DeRidder High School senior auditioned and made it over 2,000 other nominees across the nation, which doesn't surprise those who know him.
That he can take things that are not written on the page, things that are implied from the composer, and incorporate them into his musical playing.
He is the second student in history at DeRidder High to be selected for this prestigious band, and today was officially honored. He now hopes that his talent and experience will be able to inspire those through his journey.
Knowing that there's people out there that you can touch just by playing, I mean, it's a giant piece of metal, but when you play it and it makes people feel something.
As a part of being recognized, Colton will perform halftime at the U.S. All-American Bowl game in January. And after that, we asked the senior, what's next?
I'm going to take a break off from drum corps, and then I'm going to start my bachelor's degree at Northwestern State for music education under Dr. Kuroda.
For Southwest Louisiana News Now, I'm Jatrissa Wooten. A post that changed lives.
Miss Kelly was telling me the other day that she was walking out to her vehicle and she thought, it's freezing outside. And then she thought, oh, I get to get into a vehicle, I get to go home. But for the homeless population, it's always cold when the weather's like this. They have nowhere to go.
96 likes, 329 shares, and $6,000 later,
people just started donating.
Along with the phone call that warmed hearts.
Rusty, we're getting you guys out, and we'll put you up in a motel. And that's what she's done.
Because of the selfless act of Kelly Stowacki, Pastor Bork, and the rest of Water Edge's church, people like Joseph and Bobby can have a warm place to sleep for a couple of days.
I probably wouldn't be alive. I'd have been froze up in them woods where I live.
It's revelations like that moved Stowacki and Pastor Bork to swing into action.
When we found out that it was about to get really, really cold, we decided that we needed to do something.
With no strings attached.
And we have nothing up our sleeve. We're not trying to get people to come to our church or anything like that. We want the city to be better because we're here.
Lake Charles has only 2 homeless shelters with some restrictions, leaving those in need of a place to stay on the streets. Arno says to him, Water Edge is a heaven sent.
I gave her the general location, and every Thursday since then, they've been bringing me a hot meal.
I love each and every one of you with all my heart.
At your service, Jatrissa Wooten, KPLC 7 News.